Hello everyone, in this video we will be talking in brief about OneNote. I will give you an introduction how you can use OneNote. So OneNote can be basically used for taking notes in the app. Okay, so let's see. So there are three things you can keep like using OneNote. The first thing is you can keep it with your notes and documents organized, and moreover you can also easily share them. Okay, so first of all I will tell you how you can download OneNote. First thing you can download is you can download it from Microsoft Store on the Windows computer. You can simply go to the store and search for the app OneNote, or you can download it from Microsoft.com, from where you can easily download it. It is available for the computer as well as available for the cell phone on iPhone. So here I'm going to show you on a on an application. You can also use the web version of it on OneNote.com. So here, when we are going to open up OneNote, this is something like it is going to show up. So I will tell you first of all how to create a notebook. So when you go to the notebook section, you have to just click on at the bottom. When you are going to click on the down arrow, you have to click on add notebook. So it will ask you to give it a name. So suppose we will give it a name Cricket. Okay, I will create a notebook. So it will create the notebook for us. So under notebook we have two sections. First is section, like under notebook we have a new section. Okay, so let's name it. If you want to rename it, give a right click and click on rename. Suppose we will name it section 1. Okay, now under a section we have a page. So let's give the first page name, we will give it like introduction. Okay, so there are two things you can do, like to name it. Like either you can directly, whenever you are going to click on the page, you can click here and you can give it a name, or you can simply right click and rename the page. Okay, you can also customize your page here. Okay, like you can move the page, copy, paste, rename, whatever you want to do, you can do it from here. You can add a new page underneath that. Like suppose we will name this one. You see I'm clicking here and the cursor starts blinking, and I can give it a name like map. Okay, all right, so let's see. Under the introduction you will write start. Let's suppose write down this is a test section notebook page. We are creating our first page now. So the next important thing we have under pages is tags. Okay, how you add tags to this. Okay, so if you see here, we can tag it. Suppose I want to mark something as important, I will select important and I can type this is important. Now suppose I want to mark this thing like to watch later, so I click on it and go to there and like remind me later. So it will highlight it and I can get reminded later on. So in the similar fashion we have a lot of questions like tags like question. So if I have a question, I can simply select this and highlight this as a question. So this way you can do it. Now there is a to-do section as well. Like suppose I want to do it like item, then item 2 and item 3. So now what I can do here is, like if suppose I'm done with this task and I'm done with this one, then it will show me like that. Okay, and like you can see this section now is done. Now if I go to map section, under map section, like I can do some drawings. Okay, so if I go to drawing, like there is a thing that says ink to shape. Okay, if you are bad at drawing, you have to select this ink to shape. Suppose I want to draw a circle, don't mind my drawing. Okay, so you just make a rough circle it's going to give it a circle shape. Okay, so we are going to make a cricket ground. Suppose this is like a shape of a cricket ground. Now I want to make some stands here on the sides where people will come and sit. So I already have the ink to shape selected, so I can make the sections where the audience or people will sit around the cricket ground. This way you can make it like this and make any shape. Okay, it will try to convert it. Now if you want to, like, suppose I put it in the wrong space. Okay, so you can do this, like you can just select this section this way. Okay, and you can drag it a little bit to the left or to the right. Okay, that way you can do it. Now if you want to, suppose, like write something, you can directly select the text here and like say section 1. Okay, or like if you don't want to do it, okay, if you want to type it, like then you have to do this. You have to select this area and then you do ink to text. So you just say, you can just type it and it will type it in a text method. Okay, so and then you can share the book as well, like you see where it says share. If you hit on share, it will give you the email address where you want to share it. It will also give you option like whether the person can edit or just view. You can just put it in view, then the other person will be only able to view it. They will not be able to write it or do something to it. So these are some of the things. You can even like change the page color. Like suppose I want to change the page color to green, I can do that. I can make rule lines. Okay, like if the way we write it in the English notebook. Okay, or like that, you can change the rule lines. Okay, you can give it wider lines like that. Now you can also insert outside things like pictures or printouts, something like that, or a PDF file. You can insert it here, or a file. You can also use equations, which are predetermined equations, which are there, right? If you are doing some maths work, you can do all of this from here. Okay, this will definitely help you out with the equations on this thing. So over here you can also add multiple notebooks. Suppose this is cricket, I can add another one. Suppose let's say for soccer. Okay, so I can create another. Okay, it's creating. So I can create n number of notebooks here. Okay, and I can toggle between them. Okay, like suppose I want to come to this one and I want to come to this one, I can do that. Okay, I can like do multiple of them over here, so that's not a big deal. You can switch between the notebooks from one notebook to the other one. Okay, so definitely that will help you out to know a little bit about this OneNote. If you still have any doubts, you can put it in the comments and I will try to answer that. Thank you.